Okay, this is my last video for today. It's going to get busy in this playground very soon, and I need to go take care of my cats. I love cats. I have 14. Is that too many? 2 of them are real, the other 12 are decorative, but I need to go home and take care of them. And I might even expand on this channel to include a playlist for people interested in teaching their cats how to play tennis. Comment below if you want videos about that. I'm thinking about doing it. I'm sure I'd be one of only a few people that can offer that lesson. And I would do it, by the way, humanely. There would be no manipulations that would make Mr. Pinkerton, aka Baby Boy, and Nico, aka Monkey. I would never do anything to hurt those little babies. They are very important in my life. They just get lots of kisses, treats, and conversations. And they're the love of my life besides tennis. So let's hit some serves. Let's work on some serving. I'm playing a match tonight against a very good player. He played number 1 for the University of Florida, and he was undefeated for 2 years as the number 1 player for the Gators. That is documentable. I'm not going to drop names because not everybody wants to be on YouTube, right? But the ones that allow me to mention their name, I'll mention them. I have some really cool tennis friends and non-tennis friends and non-friends. I'm just loosening up because I'm a seasoned tennis player that's been playing for about 4+ decades. 4.5 decades, I would say. I started when I was 0. My contemporaries, who I like to watch play tennis back in the day. Now understand, I shouldn't say that because then you get wrong numbers, because people will look, if they're into the history of the game, they'll look at players from yesteryear. Anyway, yes, I know the history of the game pretty well. And what's cool is things that were happening back in the 60s and 70s are coming back into the game today. The modern game and the classic game, there's a merge, and there's a really very, very talented ambassador of our game that has that merge dialed in like nobody's business. And some of you probably know who I'm talking about. Of course, a lot of people's favorite player, because he's classy and he has biomechanically sound, tempo-rich strokes. Graceful dude, well-dressed, speaks a few languages. Making the big bucks, which I'm not. Unless you subscribe and tell your friends. Hey man, I'm nailing the dark green square. I'm telling you what, that was a miss. The little silly warm-up I did in the beginning that some of you guys were probably joking about, there was a purpose to that. Definitely getting stronger. I love it. I think some of the nutritional stuff I'm doing, it's definitely helping here. It's helping my energy. And it's helping my recovery after I work out. I can get back at it a little sooner, but not without additional help. You got to do some stretching, and I do a little, not enough. And I use a massage thing called the thumper that pounds on the sore muscles, and that helps. Chiropractic for me works really well. I use chiropractic to untangle my spine, because tennis, you do some twisting, and you got to have some pliability in your back and shoulder girdle. And I need more of that. I don't overdo it with the chiropractic, but I do enough to release some pressure in the joints. Those feel good. That felt good too. Let's try something here. That felt pretty darn good. If I can get a little more torque. That was money. I'm trying to bring this back foot in to jut this left hip out and get this torque, so then I can come through and clack it pretty good. But your toss has to be spot on or you're going to look silly. Nope. Wow, that felt awesome. Now, I'm not just hitting hard serves only. I'm doing that right now because I'm working on racket acceleration. The thing lacking in my game in these tournaments is power, racket speed, and also kind of confidence to swing fast. The better players are not hesitating. They're setting up their shot. They're setting up their position. And then they're taking a pretty good swat at the ball. And if you do that, if you can get in good position and take a clean swing without hesitation, you have a better chance of getting them into an emergency, which produces either an error or a short ball. And Daddy loves him some short balls because I have a sweet overhead. Pretty sweet for my age. And I'm going to share with you how I made it sweet. It used to not be very good. Even though I've always had a pretty decent serve, it didn't translate into my overhead, partly because I didn't practice it enough, but also the overhead is a confidence thing. Man, when you miss overheads and there's people watching, that messes with your head for a little while. It can. You got to flush it out and you got to want to go take another overhead. And usually that second or third overhead, you question that further because you missed the first one under nervous conditions. And so it's easier to recall that most recent memory of doubt. And there's a way to overcome that. I'm going to share that with you guys. It helps me. And I'll tell you this though, it requires fitness. It requires persistence and fitness and the willingness to go to the ball and fully execute the shot. It's a mindset. So anyway, I'm about to wrap it up here. I'm going to get one for good measure. Okay, my friends, I will see you on the tennis court. Maybe we'll meet up in Vegas at the Flamingo Hilton on the tennis courts. I was there a long time ago with my former buddy who was a pro there, who I had a falling out with. Kind of weird. That didn't happen very often. But this guy got a little Zulu. So anyway, you go out and play tennis, and my wish for you is that you seldom see a lob go over your head and out of reach. Good night.